Hey Emmerdale fans, welcome back. Now, if you thought last week had drama, just wait until you see what's coming between Monday and Friday this week. It's absolutely gripping. Honestly, some of the storylines are so intense, I was left wide-eyed when I read the teasers. First up, we've got April Windsor, and let me tell you, the poor girl is in the thick of it. Things take a really dark turn and it's all kicking off with her being arrested. And then, as if that's not enough, Kev Townsend makes a shock return to the village and he's not exactly on the straight and narrow anymore. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Charity's got some blackmail tricks up her sleeves, Louis is wrestling with his anxiety, and Bear is losing sleep over Anya's well-being. There's so much packed into these episodes that it's hard to know where to start. So grab your cuppa, settle in, and let's go through every twist and turn you'll need to know for next week.
Right, so first up, April. Poor Amelia Flanagan's character has really been through the mill. She's dragged in by the police over a serious accusation. Dealing. Now, viewers might remember her struggles over the past few months, and this really ramps things up. During questioning, April nearly confesses the full story, but thinks better of it. She's got too much at stake. Meanwhile, back in the village, Celia Daniels is fuming. Honestly, I can't blame her. She's clearly dangerous and very controlling. There's a tense scene brewing because Bob, her granddad, is in the middle of all this. He's gobsmacked when April reaches out to him and he's trying to support her without getting caught up in Celia's manipulations. There's a real sense of urgency here. Bob wants to go to Marlon thinking he should spill everything, but April insists he keeps quiet. And Celia, she's making it crystal clear that April has used up her chances. Fans might remember when April was under pressure before, but this time it feels like it could go seriously wrong. The big question, can April stay ahead of Celia's wrath, or is this the moment everything unravels? Honestly, this storyline could really shake things up for the Windsor family.
Next, let's talk about Lewis. Bradley Rich's character has been dealing with anxiety for a while, and next week it's front and centre. Cammy is planning this huge housewarming party, which of course sets Lewis off. He tries to stay calm by manning the drinks, but as everyone heads out to the pub, he's left feeling isolated and stressed. The following day, things get worse. Lewis is at the cafe, completely overwhelmed. He abandons the customers mid-shift in a panic, desperately trying to get home before having a full-blown attack. Nicola checks in on him, offering support, but you can see how tough it is for him to open up. I feel for him here. Viewers might remember past moments when Lewis struggled and how relatable it was. It's a storyline that hits close to home for many fans, and it also ties into other characters' arcs this week, which makes the tension even more palpable. I can't wait to see how Nicola helps him navigate this. Fingers crossed it's a turning point for him.
Kev Townsend's back in the village, and honestly, he's bringing all the tension with him. From the moment he gets into it over a spilt coffee with Mac, you can just feel that something's off. Robert steps in to smooth things over, but there's that familiar edge to Kev. You just know he's not going to let things settle quietly. It's classic Kev, isn't it? You can't help but feel a bit anxious watching him wander around the village like this. Then there's the way he's playing Robert. Pretending his health is far worse than it actually is. That's proper manipulative, and it kind of makes you question how far he's willing to go to get what he wants. Robert falls for it and agrees to stick around to nurse him, thinking he's on his last legs. I can't help but feel a bit torn here. Part of me thinks Robert should see through it, but the other part gets why he's being loyal. It's one of those storylines where you're rooting for Robert but dreading the fallout. Things get even messier with Aaron in the mix. Once Robert spills the arrangement, the tension is almost palpable. You can see the awkward glances and the discomfort at Cammy's party, and then Kev starts a drunken karaoke session just to stir the pot. Watching Robert and Aaron's reactions is brilliant because you can tell they're both thinking, what on earth is he playing at now? It's cheeky, but it also sets up some proper drama between the three of them. And then we hit the real shocker. Kev's seen later on clutching a handgun. I mean, come on viewers, that's not just a bit of bravado, that's serious. You start wondering if he's plotting something dangerous, or if this is all bluster and bravado, his usual way of making everyone sweat. Either way, it's tense, and it really ramps up the stakes for the week ahead. This storyline could blow up in a massive way, and I can't wait to see how the village reacts. Honestly, this could really kick off some proper drama. Kev's antics have always been unpredictable, but adding a weapon into the mix, that's a whole new level. You can't help but sit there thinking, right, something's going to happen and it's not going to be pretty. I reckon viewers will definitely have something to say about this one. It's the kind of storyline that's going to get everyone talking by Friday.
4. Beowulf worries about Anya. Bear's storyline next week is proper emotional, and you can really feel him torn. He's stuck between doing what Ray wants on the farm and listening to his own conscience, and it's clearly weighing on him. Anya's health is taking a turn for the worse, and Bear can't help but worry. It's one of those situations where you just want to reach through the screen and give him a hug. Meanwhile, Ray's off charming Laurel and telling Bear to get back to work, which just makes it all the more tense. Classic Ray, right? Always putting himself first. Watching Bear struggle with this is heartbreaking. Seeing Anya's condition decline, especially knowing she's got a daughter depending on her, really rattles him. There's this moment where he's allowed to stay by her side as she drifts in and out of consciousness, and you can almost feel his guilt and helplessness. You can tell he's desperate to do the right thing, but feels completely powerless, and that tension makes the storyline hit even harder. It's also a stark reminder of just how ruthless Ray can be. Fans will notice how easily he manipulates Bear while prioritising his own schemes, and yet Bear's decency shines through in contrast. He's the one who cares, the one who's truly feeling the weight of the situation. That contrast really pulls you in and makes you invested in what happens next, because you want Bear to come out of this without being broken. Honestly, this could really kick off some proper drama. Viewers will definitely have something to say about Ray's manipulation and Bear's loyalty, and I reckon people will be glued to the screen, hoping Anya gets the help she desperately needs. It's one of those storylines that's both tense and emotional, the kind that stays with you long after the episode ends.
And finally, Charity Dingle, Emma Atkins' character, is at it again, and Liam is right in her crosshairs. Even while Ross is away in Liverpool, he's somehow managing to worm his way into Mac's good books. Liam thinks it's harmless, but Charity sees an opportunity. She pushes Liam to form a friendship with Mackenzie, hoping he could replace Ross's influence, but predictably things don't go to plan. A gaming session ends in a full-on argument between Liam and Mackenzie, and Charity isn't having it. She digs up some damning info about Liam and uses it to get him to try again. Honestly, viewers might remember Charity's manipulative streak. She's always finding ways to bend people to her will. This week, it's all about control, loyalty, and testing relationships. It's clever writing, and it keeps us guessing who will come out on top. Could Liam finally stand up to her, or will Charity get exactly what she wants?
Remember everyone, like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of the drama. And share your thoughts. I love hearing your predictions about who's going to come out on top and whose secrets might finally spill. Catch you next week, Emmerdale fans. It's going to be intense.